You got burned yesterday.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Chill Corner with me, Dan, and my fellow partner, Gonzo. How you feeling today, Gonzo?
I'm feeling all right.
Yep, you definitely sound relieved. For this episode, we're going to be doing like a continuation after we have for the last episode. For one of our videos that we watched, had part 1. This episode, we're going to be watching part 2, among other videos. Ones that I kind of submitted, and one from Gonzo, and the last one we're going to be having a discussion at the end. Like before, if you like what you see, leave a like on the video, helps the video out a ton. And with all that important stuff out of the way, we'll get into the first video, which is a new video that's been uploaded by CD the Champ, which I wanted to introduce to Gonzo. I haven't seen it, so we're both going to be going into this blind. It's called The Horrible Anime Dads. Now, I don't know how much you know about anime, and I don't know if you watch it a bunch, but did you ever?
Yeah, I basically dealt with a lot of old ones. I haven't kept up with any of the new ones for a few, with the except the most recent titles I could think of off the top of my head that I pretty much watched with Dorohedoro. May I ask for one final thing? And Shigemori's Not Just a Cutie. I haven't been binging as a lot as some of our friends have, who pretty much are just constantly binging on some of this newer stuff. But I've been around the block, but we'll see.
Yep. Well, like I said, in this video, it's gonna be, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be talking about like either his opinions or like how most people will see like most animes, like certain anime parents, they could be either heartwarming, be absent, be dead. On this video, just downright sucks. And my goodness, it either makes or breaks a character or your parents how you watch the show. And my good dude, this makes me tilted just even thinking about some of these stats that I'm just not remembering.
One. Yeah, I'm looking at the thumbnail. One of them I already recognize off the beat, right off the bat.
Yep. And I have a feeling he's either going to be the first one or probably the next one after. But while the preamble out the way, let's get the video go. Started. Let's pull it up right here. You got yours sub ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna start in. Before I do, let's get it. Okay, start in 3, 2, 1.
Leave that fatherless, and I'm on to the next. And I ain't looking back when I leave.
Dads. They're either great and support their kids, and they are mostly there to protect and guide their child down the right path, to make sure they can have the best life they can possibly have. Or they're an absolute deadbeat bum-ass nigga who hates their kids and should have never had the right to reproduce. And when it comes to anime, I don't know what it is, but 99% of these niggas can't raise a kid for shit. It's like they're allergic to being a good dad. So today I got a little different video for y'all. Today we're taking a deep dive and taking a look at some of the worst fathers in anime history, with an honorable mention. Because if I'm talking about bad dads in just animation, period, this motherfucker is gonna make the cut.
Of course you're gonna add him.
So we're gonna start from the top. And the lower we go, the worse they will get. It's like we're simulating hell for how much hell these fathers put their kids through. So without further ado, first up on the chopping block.
Yep.
Good old Jing. Now we're starting off with Jing because everybody else on this list is 10 times worse than him. But it doesn't change the fact that this man Jing is the king of the deadbeats. Like when it comes to deadbeat dads in anime, Jing is easily the first nigga everybody thinks about. And I mean, the evidence is there. I mean, we all know the running joke. This man dropped his son off at his cousin's house and named him Gone, because that nigga was gone 30 seconds later. This man is a stereotypical dad that went to go get milk and never came back. Bro really dropped off a whole baby and the child support support bill on Mito because he knew he wasn't trying to pay that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, if Jing was my dad, I really hate this nigga. Because if he passed this ziggity zag ass hairline down to me, boy, I'd be sick. This man deserves the absolute worst for making his son inherit this shit. But besides all this man didn't come to see his son or contact him for 12 whole years.
Could we
The
both
only
recognize
stuff he
this is
left
Hunter
alone
x Hunter?
was a cassette
Yep.
tape, a rusty ring, and a memory card for a PlayStation off of Craigslist for a game that he created that you could die in.
Damn.
I kid you not, the nigga deadass left a message on a cassette tape that said, "Hey, Spark, so, you wanna find me? Well, I don't wanna see you, little nigga. Matter of fact, don't even chase me, little nigga. I'm gonna be so real with you. But, if you do become a hunter, then beat this game that I made called Greed Island. It's basically Sword Art Online. So that means, don't die in that bitch." Oh, Jesus! I think somebody just died. But, you'll be fine. Anyways, though, you beat that? Then I'll maybe finally talk to you. Well, good luck, sport. But I'm gonna be so real with y'all, the shit that really pissed me off about Jing in the moment that showed everyone that this nigga ain't shit was when Gon was in the hospital. Now, Gon was fighting for his life after his fight with Pito. He was on life support and he was about to die. And Jing did not bother to visit him once when he was literally across the street. Not even a 5-minute walk. The lazy bastard didn't even want to go to the hospital to see his son that could have died. Like I'm telling y'all, when Leorio called this man out in front of everybody, it was pure satisfaction. Bro got on the mic and was like, I got a question for Mr. Jing. Hey yo, why haven't you gone to visit your son, you bum ass nigga? You deadbeat, musty, dressed in rags, bitch. You out here answering questions for people you don't even know. Meanwhile, your own flesh and blood is about to die. So answer the question, hoe ass nigga. Why have you not gone to see your son? And after Leorio called him out, Jing replied with, "Man, he got enough friends. He'll be fine. Did he even say he wanted me to come in the first place?" And the fact that this man Jing said that, does he even want me to come? While Gon can't even say that
Yep,
shit
that
because
is
he's in a
textbook
coma, pissed
deadbeat.
Leorio off to the point where he
Damn.
said, "Fuck it," and swooped on this nigga, lifted him out of his seat with a Shoryuken. And when this happened, I kid you not, everyone in the room cheered because they all knew that this nigga was a bomb.
Damn.
Everyone was happy
That's what you
when
get.
Jing got laid out. And then the icing on the cake of Jing just being a deadbeat is when Gon woke up and was so happy to see his father. This man was crying and was so happy to see his dad. And look at this man's face. Is this the
Damn.
face of a man that wants to see his son?
This
Hell
dad.
Fuck you.
He thinking in his head,
Dude,
"Damn,
I am getting
actually be
tilted
this
right
little
now.
nigga's wife now? Man, I gotta pay child support now? Oh my
I'm
God.
tilted
when
and
Gon
not
left and
even
said, "Can we talk
impressed."
again?" This man Jing was like, I don't know. And everybody in the room booed him, calling him a deadbeat and a bum ass
Seriously,
nigga like they
dude.
should. And this
What
man
happened to
Jing was
kid
The
if you
room
never
was
talked to
not on his side.
But yeah, Jing is easily the king of the deadbeats. But like I said earlier, there are dads 10 times worse than Jing. And next up is a dad
Oh,
that
yep.
abused his whole family.
I know him. I know him.
Oh boy, Endeavor. Endeavor is a great hero, but my God, he was a terrible father. Now, I will
My
say
Hero
this,
Academia.
Endeavor, without a doubt, is the most improved father on this list. He's
Exactly.
actually trying to do better. But the way he was moving before his whole redemption was awful. This nigga was a piece of shit that mentally abused and broke his
Hey,
entire
Arnold.
family apart. And this was all because he was a hating ass nigga. You see,
Yep.
Endeavor was obsessed with trying to be better than All Might. So when he finally came to the realization that All Might was just better than him and it was just a skill issue, he decided, if I can't be better than him, then I'll make somebody better than him. So this man went out and bought a wife so he could make a hybrid baby with her that would have his flame quirk and her ice quirk. He wanted to make a little half-breed avatar. And the first child they had was Toya, aka Dabi. Now, Dabi
Dog.
inherited a strong version of Endeavor's quirk, but his body couldn't handle the heat because his body was physically built to resist the cold because of his mother, not heat. So Endeavor considered Toya a failure, so he continued to have more kids. He had Fuyumi and Natsuo,
Yep.
and guess what? They didn't live up to the hype that Endeavor wanted. So then he tried one last time, and he
Great, he
finally
Henry
had a
VIII this
baby
shit.
that had both
Yep.
quirks, and
Yes,
that
we
was
did.
Shoto. And when Endeavor finally had Shoto, he was so obsessed with them, he just gave up on all of his other kids and told them not to be heroes. I mean, this nigga straight up told Toya in the nicest way possible, Listen here, son. Not gonna lie, gang. You ain't got what it takes. You can't be a hero. You can't be better than All Might. Just give up. And this was the start of this family just breaking apart. Because after Endeavor told Toya this, he straight up tried to swing on baby Todoroki. So after Toya tried to swing on his baby brother, Endeavor straight up told his wife, keep Shoto away from the other kids and don't let Toya out of your sight. So this is when he just started to neglect his other kids. And the only kid he cared about was Shoto because he was his perfect creation. So he put Todoroki through some hellish training. Like he was beating this little nigga's ass. And when his mother came in to try to stop him, he just hip slapped her right in front of his kid. And this wasn't even the last time he hit his wife. Because one day Toya came back to his dad and told him, oh my God, Pops, I've been training right. And not gonna lie, gang, I think I understand it now. You should come watch me, Dad, please. And when Endeavor heard Toya was training again, he went to his wife and slapped the shit out of her.
Oh my gosh.
And started yelling at her and cussing her out. And this was the start of Todoroki's mom's mental health just declining. Because every time she looked at her kids,
I hated this guy
Endeavor.
before.
And this led to Todoroki's mom throwing boiling water on Todoroki's face, giving him the Zuko scar because she straight up snapped and tweaked out because she couldn't even see her kids the same. Her mind was broken. So he straight up threw her in a mental insane asylum. And then since he completely neglected Toya, Toya went up in the woods thinking his dad was coming. And when he realized he wasn't, his emotions took over and his flames became out of control. And it ended up starting a goddamn California forest fire. Mans burnt down the whole forest and Endeavor thought his son was dead. Just for All For One to find his son who was burnt to a crisp and make him a whole super max super villain. Nigga turned him into a D1 tweaker. So yeah, this man Endeavor mentally and physically abused his entire family and pushed them to their breaking points.
Literally he had it coming.
He was a hating ass nigga that wanted to surpass All Might. But you see, Endeavor is not the only father that we're covering today. That was a firebender and caused their son to get half their face
I know he's going to be
off.
included
Because
next.
now it's time for our honorable mention.
Yep, I hate him the
Now y'all should
most.
have known damn well. If I'm making a video about
The Last
this man
Airbender.
Ozai will make the cut
was a
every
freaking
single
dick.
time. Ozai is
I've
just
watched
flat out one of the
all
worst
the
fathers
seasons,
in
and he
fiction.
was a
This man is
freaking
an
dick.
actual evil narcissistic psychopath.
That's been a while since I dealt with Avatar. Yeah.
Oh boy. There was a reason Zuko was a depressed dickhead and Azula was a psychopath. It all goes back to their father. So first, let's start off with Zuko. And we have to dive all the way into the comics for this. Now, the whole family was having dinner, right? And Azula was talking about how she set her firebender's teacher's pants on fire. So Ozai, of course, was glazing Azula because she was clearly his favorite child. And he was straight up enabling Azula's bad behavior. Talking like, your teacher sounds like a fool. I'll have him sent back to the colonies. So Zuko chimed in and said, he's not a dummy. He just thinks that proper firebending has to start. And Ozai cut Zuko off and he is pissed. And he says something that a father should never say to their child. He told Zuko, Zuko, how dare you lecture your sister on firebending? You know, little nigga, let me let you in on a little secret. When you were born, we weren't sure if you were a bender at all. You didn't have that spark in your eyes. I planned to cast you from this palace. How embarrassing for a prince of the Fire Nation to have a non-bender as a firstborn. Lucky for you, little nigga, your mother and the Fire Sages pleaded with me to give you a chance. Azula, on the other hand, never needed that kind of luck. She was born lucky. You were lucky to be born. This man snapped on his child at the dinner table, bro. He basically told Zuko that he ain't shit. And you were lucky that I felt like blowing your mama's back out to make you. But it just keeps on getting worse from here, bro. Because the next awful thing he did to Zuko was, of course, the Agni Kai. So this all started in a war meeting. So this one general came up with a plan that would have an entire division of new Fire Nation recruits be used as bait to distract the Earth Kingdom's forces so a better division could attack from the rear. Now, obviously, this plan is terrible because they're literally throwing new recruits out there to die. So Zuko's supposed spoke up and said that this plan was straight garbage, and you're sacrificing and betraying loyal soldiers of the Fire Nation. And when he said this, all the generals just stopped and looked at this nigga, because Zuko spoke out of line when he wasn't supposed to. So Ozai saw this as disrespect to the general, and the only way to settle this was an Agni Kai. So Zuko thought that he was going to be dueling the general. But when Zuko turned around and saw his opponent, it wasn't the general. It was Ozai. Because Ozai thought that it was disrespectful to him because Zuko ran his mouth in his war chambers. So Zuko was pleading to his dad like, "Dad, please, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it as disrespect." But Ozai was like, "Stand and fight with Zuko. Don't be a bitch. Stand up and fight for your honor." So Zuko refused to fight Ozai, and Ozai proceeded to burn half of his face off in front of a live crowd. And then after he gave Zuko his scar, he banished him and forced him to have this ugly as a bald ponytail that nobody should ever be forced to have.
I still
And told him,
question
"Don't
that."
come back
I
till
don't-
you find the Avatar
I'm pretty
who
sure it's like
has
a
been
cultural
missing
thing,
for over
so I never questioned it.
112 years. Ozai was basically telling him, "Don't ever come back, little nigga. And the only way you're coming back is if by the grace of God you get lucky to find a little bald nigga that has been frozen for over a century." Now let's move on to Azula. Ozai made Azula
Unfortunately,
do all of his
2
dirty work.
kids
This man
accidentally
just sat on
found
his throne
Aang.
the entire
Yeah.
series and sent his 14-year-old daughter to take over the entire Earth Kingdom while he just sat there and didn't do shit. Then he took Azula's plan for Sozin's Comet that she made and straight up left her out of it. Nigga said, "You can stay here and be Fire Lord while I go burn the world." And when he left his daughter to be Fire Lord, she went off the deep end and spiraled into madness while this nigga was having the time of his life burning the entire world. Ozai, without a doubt, is one of the worst fathers of all time.
Most definitely. Who the freak
The
is
fourth
that?
Kazekage
Oh,
is easily
him.
the worst dad
Okay.
in the Naruto series. And is just flat out one of the worst dads in anime history. This motherfucker ain't shit. He had Gaara living one of the worst childhoods of all time. Nigga had his son depressed 24/7. It made him start his emo phase at the age of 6. Like, there was no wonder Gaara was a uncontrollable
Yikes.
D1 crash out in the first part of Naruto. It's because his dad ain't shit and he tried to make him a weapon of mass destruction as a baby. You see, Rasa did some shit. You see, the Hidden Sand was struggling financially. These niggas were broke, and they were in desperate need for a weapon of mass destruction. So Rasa ended up conceiving Gaara for the sole purpose of sealing the one-tailed beast inside of his unborn child, so he could make him a Jinchuriki and weaponize him. Now, since Rasa tried to seal a tailed beast inside of his unborn child, this ended up leading up to Gaara's mother dying in childbirth. So off the rip, not even a day into the world, Gaara was made a weapon of mass destruction and lost his mother fresh out the womb because of his father. The little nigga was set up
Wow.
for a life of hell, and
Cannot
Rasa
ask so
knew
fair.
this shit. I mean, Gaara
Yikes.
couldn't even sleep because Shikaku was always whispering to him, "Yeah, little nigga, fall asleep, I dare you. The moment you go night-night, I'm taking over your body and I'm blowing this bitch up. Do it, little nigga, I dare you." And of course, since he was a Jinchuriki, just like Naruto, everybody in the village was scared of him and stayed away from him. And Rasa let it happen. He didn't do shit about it. He just let them
was your own
ostracize
fault
his son.
that this is
And bro,
happening.
he did not let Gaara have fun at all. This man was the no fun
Forced
police.
it,
He
it
would
wasn't
play
meant
outside
to
with
be.
Temari
It's
and
like a
Kankuro,
fart.
right? And they were just doing normal things. They were just building sand castles and shit and just having a blast. But then here came Mr. My Son Can't Have No Happiness. His bum ass didn't even say a word to him. All he did was look at Temari and Kankuro and shake his head. No, stop playing with that nigga, even though he's your little brother. Get away from that freak. So Rasa didn't even allow Gaara to play with his siblings. He just straight up neglected them and wanted them to be alone 24/7. But you see, the absolute worst thing Rasa ever did to Gaara was making the only person that cared about him try to kill him. You see, Gaara had a great relationship with Yashimaru. He was his caretaker and also his uncle.
Oh, I think
and
I know
he
this part.
deeply cared about Gaara. He was the only person that showed him any type of love in his life. So guess what this nigga Rasa did?
Oh,
He
boy.
told Yashimaru, "Yo, twin, I want to test my 6-year-old son to see if he'll crash out or not. So do me a favor and go try to assassinate that little nigga. And also tell that little nigga that his mother never loved him. I want to see if he'll go berserk. And if he does, he's a failure of a Jinchuriki." So this nigga sent Gaara's uncle to try to assassinate him. So
Oh,
when Yashimaru
mugger.
pulled up on Gaara, he had on a mask covering up his identity. So Gaara didn't know who it was. So Gaara immediately grabbed him and crushed him like a bug. So after
damn.
Gaara swatted him like a fly, he went over to his body and saw that it was Yashimaru. And Gaara was sick to his stomach because he basically just murdered the only person that cared about him. And the only person that cared about him just tried to assassinate him. And with Yashimaru's last breath of life, he has to lie and tell Gaara because Rasa's watching this shit.
Gaara, I was ordered to kill you by your father. And deep in my heart, I always hated you, Gaara. And you know who also hated you? Yo mama, nigga.
Oh, no. Just no.
So Shikaku took over and Gaara ended up going berserk. And Rasa watching this the whole time is like, looks like the child is a failure. My son is fucking useless to me now. Like, you dumbass nigga. Bro really expected a 6-year-old to somehow control his emotions and not go berserk after his uncle came and tried to assassinate him, then told him in his dying breath that he always hated him and his mama hated him too. Like, nigga, how did you expect anything different? The fourth Kasekage was a brain-dead idiot. And I ain't gonna lie, I can't believe I'm about to say this, but shouts out Orochimaru for sliming this nigga out. It is the most noble deed he did in the entire series. Because Rasa had to go.
Honestly, I wouldn't even feel bad about
Ain't
that.
that something? The fucking snake-ass bitch.
Yep, a snake got killed by a snake.
Obviously, you know, you got your celestial dragons and everything. But right
Oh,
under
this
them
One Piece now.
is this motherfucker judge.
Oh,
this man
him.
had Sanji
I'm gonna
living
be
in
completely
hell,
useless
all
here.
because
Oh, I know
he was
about
a
it.
normal
Won't say anything, but-
human being. You see,
He'll tell
Judge
you.
wanted all of his kids to be perfect weapons for Germa 66. And he went to the lengths of genetically altering his kids to the point where they would lack any type of sympathy. He wanted them to be emotionless weapons because Judge was a warmonger who terrorized the North Blue and wanted to conquer
Should've
all
just
of
made
it
a
to restore
robot.
the Germa Empire to his rightful glory. Now, Sanji was the oddball of the family because he actually had emotions and was just a regular human because of his mother. Because when she was pregnant, she took a drug to try to stop the genetic mutation that Judge was trying to do to their kids. Now, this made her bedridden and she ended up dying because of this. And it only worked for Sanji. His other 3 brothers was some emotionless dickheads because of the genetic mutation. So Judge put all of his kids through intense training. And during this training, Sanji always fell behind. So when Sanji was basically failing every single training exercise, Judge became disgusted with Sanji. He was so disgusted with this little nigga that he would let his other brothers beat the shit out of him. And he wouldn't do anything about it. Sanji would cry for his dad's help. But Judge would just look at him and tell him,
Man, little nigga, if you don't get your ass up, quit being a crybaby and bitch. I can't believe you got my blood in you. You fucking disgrace.
and his brothers continued to beat the shit out of him.
Dude.
They would do this every day and Judge would just let it happen because he didn't care about Sanji. The only kids he cared about were his sister and his brothers. And my God, when Judge figured out that Sanji's hobby was cooking, ooh, this nigga did not like this shit at all.
Oh,
Sanji was making food for a mouse, right? And the mouse was tearing that food up. But then Judge barged in the room and just started yelling at him like, Sanji, are you cooking for them ass rats again, boy? I thought I told you to cut that weak ass shit out. So he walked over to the plate of food and threw that shit out the window, along with Mickey Mouse. He killed that nigga.
Oh,
then
damn.
he told him, don't
Oh,
ever
God.
cook again. And if I catch your little ass in that kitchen one more time, I'ma whoop your ass. So it got to the point that Sanji just continued to fail at everything. And Judge just decided to consider Sanji a failure. So this man did one of the worst things I've ever seen. Judge decided to fake Sanji's death, and he threw him in a dungeon and locked a metal helmet on his head and just locked him up forever so he never had to see him again. And he stayed in this cell for 6 months. And while he was in
Wow.
this prison cell, his brothers would go in there and just beat the crap out of him for no reason at all. They would just do this for fun. So this got so brutal that his sister couldn't take it anymore. So she just broke him out so Sanji could run away. Now, when Sanji was trying to make his great escape, Judge found him trying to leave. So Sanji stood up to Judge and told him, I'm leaving, old nigga, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. And Judge just looked at him and said, okay, don't hit your head out the door, little nigga. I don't care what you do, I'm gonna be real with you. But before we part ways, let me tell you this. Never tell anybody that you are my son, because you are the only stain on my legacy. So Judge let Sanji run away because he couldn't give a damn about him. And Judge
What?
didn't see
I know I
Sanji
have
for
like stuff to
13 whole years.
Oh
and
my
the
gosh.
next time he saw him, he tried to use Sanji to marry him off to one of Big Mom's daughters. Bro didn't see his son for 13 years, and the first thing he tried to do was use him for a diplomatic marriage.
I
And to
watched that
make sure he
episode, I
couldn't
was
leave,
tilted
he
as
put these
fudge.
handcuffs on him. And if he ever tried to
Jesus.
take them off, he would blow his hands off so Sanji could never cook again. So after the whole cake arc and the Straw Hats rescue Sanji, while the Straw Hats were leaving, Judge saw Sanji on the Sunny. And the last thing he wanted Sanji to hear before he left was, Sanji! I just want you to know something before you leave. You still ain't shit, and you'll never be shit. Not gonna lie, gang, if your pops was talking to you like this after years of abuse and neglectment, ain't gonna lie, you might have to slime that nigga, because that's insane.
I wouldn't
Judge
put it past
rightfully
you, man.
earned his reputation as one of the worst fathers in anime.
Yep, now we're getting to the very messed up part.
Yes.
Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ain't a bad
we've
dad
reached
list
the
without
final
that
part we'll be
asshole.
covering today.
Yep.
And this motherfucker, Show Tucker, is arguably the top one worst father in anime history. In my personal opinion, he's the worst. Now, if you've never seen Full Metal Alchemist and you don't know who this nigga is, I'm warning you right now, this shit is about to get dark. So
yeah,
Show
the
Tucker
warnings.
was a state alchemist that was known for his work
Oh,
about
yeah, you're gonna
chimeras.
find us
And
fucked up.
Show famously got his state alchemist license for making a chimera that could speak the human language. And he did this 2 years ago. So when we first meet Show, he just looks like an average run-of-the-mill middle-aged dad who's had a couple of midlife crises, as we can see clearly from his hairline, because that shit's receding like a motherfucker. But Show had a daughter named Nina and a dog named Alexander, and they looked like a pretty happy family. Now, the house was nasty as hell. The dishes look like they ain't been washed in a week, and the shelves look like they haven't been dusted in ages. And Show says the reason why the house is like this is because his wife left him and his daughter, and she left them 2 years ago. So after Ed and Al met Show the first day, when they were leaving, Show was informed that assessment day was coming up. And assessment day is an evaluation to see if you can keep your state alchemist license or not. And last assessment day, Show laid an egg. That nigga failed. So this next one coming up was make or break for Show. Because if he did ass on this next test, he would lose his state alchemist license. So the next day Ed and Al came over, they came and played with Nina and Alexander. Cause Nina was sad because her dad was locked up in the lab the whole day. Cause he was contemplating what could he possibly do to pass the next evaluation day and not get fired. So Show came up with one of the most sick, vile, disgusting,
If you know, you
disturbing
know.
ideas ever.
If you
When
don't,
Ed and
you're
Al
about to
left on
find
the
out.
second day, this
Oh,
nigga
boy.
told Nina, "Hey Nina, I've got a great idea. Do you want to play with Daddy tomorrow?" And of course Nina was happy because she was finally gonna get time to spend time with her dad. But this was not gonna be fun father-daughter time like Nina thought she was about to have. Because the time she was about to spend with her father was about to change her life forever. So Ed and Al come back on the third day. So when they first came in the house, nobody was there to greet them. So they decided to look around to see if they could find anybody. So they went down to the laboratory and they found Show in there with some type of creature. So Show greets them and tells them, "Boys, I've finally done it. I've made a chimera that can speak and understand the human language." So at first, Ed and Al were happy for him because this looked like the scientific breakthrough that Show needed to pass evaluation day. So Show told the chimera to introduce yourself to Ed. So the chimera started speaking to Ed, saying,
That person, Edward. That person, Edward.
and then the last thing the chimera says made niggas sick to their stomach. It said,
Big brother Ed.
Oh,
and look
yeah,
at Show.
hockey mushrooms.
Look at how
Essentially.
he is standing. Bro doesn't even look human right here. I'm gonna be so real. So then to make sure
Oh.
Ed wasn't tripping, he asked Show, "When did you get your state alchemist license?" And Show says, 2 years ago. Then Ed asked him another question. "When did your wife leave?" And Show states, let's see. That was about 2 years ago as well. So then Ed asked him one final question. He asked, "Where the fuck are Nina and Alexander?" And he tells them,
Can't you tell?
they're in this room with us right now.
Yep.
And it all clicked from there.
And this
Nigga
happened
made Nina
around the
and
2000s.
Alexander do the fusion dance. And
This shit
turned
haunts
them
anime
into
fans that are as old as
dog
me
nigga.
for the longest
And guess what?
time.
The wife, yeah, she ain't leave, nigga. Show
Yep.
turned her into a chimera 2 years ago.
Yep, that's what happened
how
to
we
her,
got a
too.
State Alchemist license. So Ed slammed Show on the wall, and Show didn't even feel bad about it. This crazy bastard was all smiles and was just saying,
Oh, this is just human evolution. This is progress.
so Ed starts beating this nigga's ass. He punched Bro for about
Oh, yeah.
30 seconds
Here, let me
straight,
progress
and he
to
was
beat
going
your
to
ass.
kill him. And I ain't gonna lie, he should have killed the nigga right here.
Yep, he
but
should've.
Al stopped him because Nina Xander was still watching him the whole time. And she was telling him, Big brother Abder, why are you beating up daddy? So Ed stopped because it was just too much, bro. And this pathetic bastard Show was so delusional after getting his ass whooped, bro was saying,
I did it. I made it in time to keep my alchemist license.
dude
All
didn't
that
even
just
care
for
about
that.
his daughter or the sick ass shit that
You
he just
didn't
did.
get 2
All
cents
he
about
cared
your
about was
wife.
keeping his
Now you don't
status
go 2
as a
cents
state
about your
alchemist.
dollar, all because of a
obviously they arrested
license.
this sick ass nigga and put his bitch ass on house arrest. And while he
Might as
was
well
locked up in his
let it
house,
expire,
Scar
live
broke
happily.
in. So he walked up the Show and did
Oh,
what
hey.
needed to be done.
Forgot about you.
This ugly ass nigga by the
Yep, he
face
killed him.
and electrocuted him, sending his ass to the bottomless pits of hell. And then after he boomed Show, Scar just decided the best
Rip
thing
out
for
so
Nina
you will
was
not
to
be
just
missed.
put out a
Yep, he will not be
so
missed.
he kills the fusion of Nina Xander. So yeah, man. This man's Show was a
Yep,
sick
that was
nigga.
probably the
He
most
turned his wife into a
traumatizing
chimera,
episode of
then
Full
made
Metal
his daughter
Alchemist.
and the dog
It
do the
even
fusion dance.
broke
Like,
Ed
there
at
was a
one
reason
point.
this man is
This
universally
is
agreed
a
upon as the
kid. This is a
worst
kid
father in
who
anime
literally lost his arm and leg to bring back his
Ladies and
brother's soul.
gentlemen, that was a showcase of some of the worst dads in anime.
Initially, it was
history.
about
If you're
trying to
wondering, but
bring his
CJ,
mom
what about all
back,
These
but
other horrible, deadbeat, sick ass
lost-
niggas. Don't worry,
lost out.
I got you. I got a whole nother
Ed went
6-man
through
lineup ready to fire.
quite a
off.
bit of
So if
hell.
Y'all down? We'll run this back after like the next trial or something.
Yeah,
I know I
that's-
saw Jindo Akari in
Y'all
this
enjoy.
one.
And for all my dads
Yep,
and
yep,
future
yep.
dads out there, keep doing what you doing and don't be like these niggas.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Oh boy, that was.
That was quite a tough sit.
It was definitely tough. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I didn't even watch this, so I had no clue where this was gonna go. So yeah, most of us feeling tilted about these freaking anime dads being deadbeats and jerks and outright inhumane.
Yeah.
This is legit. We were pretty much tilted watching this video. Oh my gosh. Now we need a palate cleanser. So what we're gonna watch next is your suggested video. Hopefully it'll get us minds a little bit more calm this
This
time.
is something randomly suggested by YouTube, and I was like, yeah, might as well. I kind of wish all shit was just this crazy, or at least whenever I race, it gets this crazy. It's just this guy who ended up like catching a couple of silly little bloopers, glitches, and whatnot, playing Assetto Corsa, which is a whole lot more advanced than my baby ass and
Use the cars.
Forza Horizon,
Oh.
or the random racing worlds of VR chat. And this guy, I wish I had this kind of fun with racing some of the other people here.
Oh, well, as sometimes we probably should like do like a racing thing, like a VR chat, like that motor car thing we did. Just pretty much have one recorded session.
Yeah, I
We
think I
just
know
go
what you're
back.
talking about. Yeah.
Yep, have one more recorded session. So a few others, and we just race just for the funsies.
Hmm.
But now that's taken care of. We got your video pulled up. You got yours ready?
Yep.
We got it ready. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1, play.
I love funny car crashes. Use the cars. And lately, the epicenter of all funny car crashes has been Assetto Corsa. So today
Okay.
I compiled a quick little video of all of my funniest car crashes that I've recorded over the past few months in an
Yeah.
effort to spread the joy of goofy sim racing physics. These were all recorded on the Kaido Battle Tour servers. There'll be a link in the description for the Discord if you guys want to check it out. Make sure to like and subscribe the video. Hope you guys enjoy
Yeah.
it.
Toge is a very, very advanced kind of racing.
Well, let's check it out.
So much. So many cars.
Yeah. Toge, I ended up being introduced to it properly.
Oh, he just
believe
killed
with
him.
Forza
He just
Horizon
killed everyone
6.
behind us.
Okay.
Oh, another transfer.
Whoa, shoes.
Trying to wall ride. No.
No, again.
Oh, oh
Yeah,
no.
this RX-7 is on my pooper. Take a picture, it'll last longer. Oh, this is bad, this is bad. I know this turn, I know this turn. Oh, you fucker! Where is, does nobody have headlights on right now? I can't see you. Oh, shit.
Man, gamer, we're doing this blind.
Oh, shit.
You ever do?
Oh, no. Oh,
You hit something.
oh, oh, oh.
Might have been a deer.
Something. Oh.
Oh, so jeez.
Can you do a wall ride on this? Oh, yep. Transfer. Hello.
Goodbye.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
no,
you
no, no,
transfer to the grave.
No.
Yeah.
Mr. Miat, don't leave. Oh, yes, he didn't leave. Thank you. All right, we're really fast at this part. No, we're not. You put the blinker on me? You bastard. He's literally giving me the turn-by-turn with the fucking blinkers. It's so funny. Stop!
You confused him.
To see if a turn is flat, you have to keep it flat. Stay with me now.
All the hazards.
Oh, Jesus!
You bamboozled him.
And yourself.
If you no longer go for a gap. Oh my God, Rocco!
Oh no.
Even in something as realistic as a Settle Corsa, there's always strange
I just
bugs.
came to a complete halt.
At least you ain't
What
dead.
just happened?
Yep, you're wrapped.
Yeah, you
You're
stuck.
wrapped.
No! I want to make the move, but I genuinely am terrified I'm gonna hit him and fuck up this entire run. Oh no! This is rad. Post a message on Instagram. Literally 10 minutes later, I got five
I'm
dudes.
worried about messing
got-
up this
I
run.
got 4 dudes who all want to race, but it is all about the driver too.
Oh boy, man, this is freaking fun as hell.
Having a yep, there it is.
Oh no, and off it goes.
It's like he's really swinging it. Sorry, I'm like locked in now.
Well, let's see if you are
Oh, weird.
You
Eat
did-
this
no, you're
8-6
not.
for breakfast.
locked
Nope.
off.
Oh, good, he's not dead.
Okay,
Oh,
I think that was revenge.
retribution. Where am I? What's happening?
Well,
Oh, fuck.
really, man, the physics.
God
the
damn.
physics.
Ooh.
Physics.
I told you, sometimes the Settle
How
Corsa,
we
being
didn't
a
get
serious game,
Oh,
can
not the
offer
beyond.
some glitchy,
Oh, he's
goofy
dead.
shit.
Oh, shit. Oh,
Oof.
oh.
Oh my goodness, what the
Nope,
hell?
nope. Oh, okay.
And off it goes.
And there you go.
Good job, motherfuckers.
God dang it. What am I watching?
Oh. Hold it together, man.
Dude.
Like, apparently you didn't. You tried.
86 just got 86th.
Yep.
Low fuel, a little more downforce. The 8.6 is already dead. Oh my god,
Oh
he is so
damn.
dead.
Oh damn.
Oh, ooh.
Oh.
Bro died.
Oh.
Oh,
Nope, nope.
Taco Bell.
Okay, well, we're dead. See you,
Yep.
boys. See you, boys.
And bye.
God, that 8.6 is fucking sending it. Respect, brother. Corner cut.
Sent it a little too hard, buddy.
Yep. Oh no.
Oh!
There's like a part of me.
Like a free to play
Time for you to be
game.
part of the wildlife.
I'm feeling
Bro,
it
if
right
this
now.
is a free to play game, I would want to play this.
The mere
Unfortunately, I think it costs money.
So far,
Ah damn.
what we've really
I can't
succeeded
remember
in
how
showing is that
much it costs.
We don't really know where we're going.
Oh boy.
Oh my f***ing god!
Ouch.
Oh, no, nope. Oh my god!
Oof.
The Beyblade! Is everyone ready?
Yep. Well, apparently not.
What was that? Whoa.
Where'd you go?
Oh,
Off to the Twilight
oh
Zone.
sorry.
Oh, you killed him. You killed him.
Yikes.
someone's drifting.
Just
then.
nonsense.
Oh my god, we're actually in a really
You gotta
good
drift. You
pack
gotta
right now. And
drift.
there
You're
goes
not
the
in control. You're out of control. Strike that reverse.
Oh, what the fuck was
Sit.
that?
Oh God.
What was that move? I do want to hit
An
one of these
assassination
ramp wall
attempt.
things.
Yep.
Oh, right
he
now.
ain't going on alive.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, that didn't do anything.
Was it gonna
Swayze, yes.
work?
Yes. This guy gets it. Oh no.
No,
None
you
of us
didn't.
get it.
You didn't get it.
None
You
of us
didn't
have
get
gotten it. That's it. Where, Andy? Haha. We've done it, chat. The ocean.
What? Oh my
I think the
god.
physics is not physics.
He just tried.
I think the physics is not physics, King.
Oh no. Oh. I'm like, dude, why did they put all of this out here? See you, little buddy.
And he's gone. And he's gone.
Send her in.
Oh, there we go.
I like this. I was gonna say I like this.
Who's
They
this
kind of
guy?
like the freeway.
Oh!
I believe that's an
Sounds like an
expressway
80%
famous in
server, which I
Tokyo.
Oh
didn't know was a
damn.
thing, but I'm very excited to know that it is. I'm gonna die.
Yep. Well, you
Chat.
called it.
Share pictures of our cars and
Yeah.
Toge racing. Did someone just die? He just died. Yep. Come on, go, 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 go.
Here we go.
Oh, he's gonna hit me.
What's he made?
And then the game code just doesn't want to do it. Hello? It doesn't want to work.
What's he made when he got hit?
Oh no! Oh, you fucker! Au revoir. All right, transfer.
Motherfucker speaking
Yeah,
French.
yeah,
You're in
yeah,
Japan.
Yep. Is it gonna work?
Oh no!
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, he did. He did. It worked.
It finally worked. I didn't die. I know
The
what to
landing
do.
could use some work.
Well, at least it didn't die. Are you gonna? Are you seriously gonna?
Ah,
Shortcut.
sucker.
Let's see
All right,
how that
have fun.
lands for you. Dude, you got it away once, so you can't get it
Oh,
again.
got it.
See? See? It doesn't work twice.
Okay, didn't work that time.
Bye.
Where am I, Mr. Miata? All right, let's get him right on the turn.
Turn on your headlights, so you probably find out. There you go. There he goes. My gosh.
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh,
oh,
what? And then.
We're so,
Oh,
Wow.
we're
what
so
a
good.
mess.
Everyone else, not so much.
This is why I don't have my
Get in
license.
the gutter. Get in the gutter.
Oh, no. Oh, well.
Some Nacho Libre ass flying. Oh god.
What the?
But yeah, I had to
Oh,
quickly look this up. Yeah, the base game is currently like $20.
ah, damn. Well, one day, maybe. If I have some chance of win the lottery, I'd be able to afford it.
If I had $1 million.
I'll get a $20 game. That's literally, if it was like a show and someone just comes up to ask me what would you do with the $1 million, I buy a $20 game. Literally, that's my mindset is if I hit the jackpot. Like, give me a deal. $5. It's yours. Boom. No questions asked. Jeez, my mind. All right. Now we got that funniness out of the way, and let's get some more funny going with the part 2 of Resident Evil 4 remake was of a Psychopath.
Oh boy.
Like
Showed me
us,
this in a previous show.
yep. I saw you first part 1. And this here is part 2, which is pretty much the sequel of this series. Or at least of this part with Resident Evil 4 remake. He did Resident Evil 2 4 in Village. I don't know if I'll probably introduce you to Village yet. Maybe. Depends how you feel in part 2. And we'll go from there.
Let's see.
Okay, let's see. We have it queued up.
I got it ready.
All right, then let's get the video pulled up then. Do all this extracurricular moving and grooving and all that, and okay. One, and then We'll start in 3, 2, 1, and play.
I have a confession. Resident Evil 4 is my favorite game. It lives rent-free in my head constantly. Whenever I lie my head down to rest, a quiet voice whispers in my ear, Gloria a las plagas. And I smile, thinking of the mountains of brain rot slop we waded through on our modded journey through the main story. So when I learned this game had a whole extra story expansion to ruin with mods, I was elated. This time around, we'll be installing even more mods to make this experience even better.
That's pretty foreshadowing.
8 months later, gentlemen, we're gonna make our triumphant return to Spain against the wishes of everyone living there.
Let's see who's in.
Wesker ass.
Ooh, Wesker. This is a standalone DLC from Resident Evil 4.
Te gustaría bailar, Jorge?
Yeah.
It's book.
Coolio. Aluga.
大丈夫ですか?
Me gustaría bailar, senora. Sorry.
Do you have the vial bender?
Negative. Location unclear.
How useful?
De esta manera, mi senora.
Stop.
Understood.
After convening with our robot
Yep, it's
minion,
Rem
we
again.
escort him out into the main hall of the castle, evading detection from the Spanish
play as
Cooper
Rem.
search parties looking for us.
Okay, go make yourself useful,
Right.
microwave.
Primary directive set. Retrieve government property.
I'm not a Fed idiot.
Someone said something about the feds in here. Where they at?
Gambare.
Alright, who's so bad? I thought we were all chill here.
I'm not a Fed.
Shut up, I know you're a narc. I can smell it from my close crab mouth.
Listen to
I'm
me.
not paying my f***ing taxes.
Well, damn.
You're so dead when I clear sleepwalking over
You're not taking your time.
Yep.
Oh no, you've killed me to death.
本当に?
Just f***ing kidding.
Oh no,
Hell
he'll
yes.
be the death.
So cool. On my Jordans, you are not walking out of here alive.
Confronted with the drip god of the castle, we're forced into combat. We're
On your
tormented by
foams?
hallucinations throughout the
Yep.
fight until we
That's
pump
the
enough
supreme
rounds
move.
from our Uber
Supreme move.
blaster into his face to cause him to evaporate. After our battle,
Yikes.
we head to the castle's entrance to go outside, and it needs a key. For what? The Master Lock 9 million? Now featuring complete invisibility? Where's the...
Breathe on
that's-
it. It'll
after
unlock
killing the Koopa
itself.
ambush to
Yep,
our
that's
rear,
the mod.
we head
Master
through this
Lock
other
is
set of
not
doors
really
into
good
a
at
room
being
that
a
has
master
no
lock of
audio to
anything.
speak of,
Yep.
besides this banging
But yeah,
soundtrack.
this is
We
the
moved to
mod.
areas, various loot pots.
Everything's random.
Ah, very funny. A comical prank left by the author of this torturous mod.
Yep.
Thank you, God. I'm very excited to dread knifing
God.
every ammo pot in this playthrough. After using our only remaining healing item, we open the next doors into Bowser's castle, evidently, and are greeted by 2 Koopas carrying shields with... is that... Linus Tech Tips? We dispatch them and head downstairs, killing the other 2 guards down there quickly and violently. Afterwards, we grab this sawn-off shotgun and lower the stairs back up. Yeah, I really wish that didn't do that. We tiptoe up the stairs, spy the bullshit amount of enemies spawning, and immediately head back down. We then make the rookie mistake of walking up and immediately get punished for our misdeed by
And
getting
dead.
sent back to before the Drip God fight. Right. Forgot to mention that this playthrough will be done on professional difficulty, meaning that there are no autosaves. So if you forget to save, like I did, you'll get sent back to wherever the hell you remembered to. Or in this case, to the beginning of the game. After going through the start of the game again, we make a save at this anime nun before the lava room. After several attempts of trial and error, we find ourselves at the same spot and lead the horde downstairs, then take a single hit that takes all of our health away. We then explode Kamek over here, who drops our key needed to leave the castle. Then masterfully use all of our ammunition and flashes to kill the remaining 25 enemies swarming us. This is the 3rd fight of the first mission, by the way. It is only downhill from here. So you can bet your ass I'm saving every single chance I get. On our way out the castle, we're given one last f you from God in getting ambushed by these armor sets and slashed down to half our health. Inserting the key to the Master Lock 9 million, we hurriedly push open the doors and head outside.
So, do you have my amber, Rem?
I have my AI servant looking for it now.
You can't use ChatGPT for this job. We'll get in legal trouble.
問題はありますか?
Janelle, get me 4 chicken fingers, please.
Right away, sir.
Listen, I know you're new
Get
here.
your fingies.
Don't be late on this, otherwise corporate will be all over my ass.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to my binge of high school DxD.
Grappling up, we scope out the area ahead to find
that's what's
dozens of
gonna-
Koopas and catapults that
Fair
surely won't pose a
enough.
problem in the immediate future. We stealthily stab our way over to this tower, where we then traverse over here to find... Hey. I honestly don't know if I should be happy about this find or concerned about what this level is about to throw at me. We're then discovered by this Koopa, causing the 7 catapults in the area to begin raining their hot, sticky... Can I say that on YouTube? We almost make it to the next grapple, however, we are kindly staggered by a catapult and quickly killed by another before we are given a chance to heal. We return to the bridge and grapple across before we're double catapulted and are greeted by a golden knight. No doubt another attempt at an epic prank, however, this one did not work. We take command of this cannon and make quick work of the catapults and enemies across the way. With all the enemies clear, we grapple across to freedom from this terrible castle, but not before one final attempt by God to make me pull my hair out. We dispatch the final enemy of the level and
Hello.
scavenge the corpses for ammunition before grappling out. Let's have a look at the chapter results, eh?
Oh, no!
One chapter in and we are already an hour and 10 minutes deep. You know, some speedrunners would have finished this game by now. Also, these deaths aren't accurate. I've been loading saves so it doesn't track them. Here's an accurate count on screen. On to the next chapter.
Jesus.
This is not where you're supposed to start out. We're supposed to be in a cutscene right now. Regardless, we say hello to a familiar face and check out his wares. Using the few crumbs of currency we have, we upgrade our handgun's firepower twice, which will hopefully make it at least slightly more viable, instead of taking 4 headshots to stagger an enemy. We then come across this part of the area that adds some AAA studio lighting quality that this game was sorely lacking. We stealth kill our way through this place and find ourselves a case upgrade in this room. I suppose it wouldn't be that easy. We're quickly killed in this ambush with a cacophony of random bullshit as the soundtrack, and sent back to the start of the level to reevaluate our decisions. Perhaps I should have upgraded a different weapon, or maybe purchased a new one? I'll just do the same thing until it works. Now that we're back here, I've learned from past mistakes,
the definition of
and procured a
acidity.
tool that will assist us in this fight. What followed this perceived eureka
God damn it.
moment was one of the most comical sequences of disrespect I've ever seen in this game. That was cool. On the third attempt, the Among Us friends are foregone in favor of firearms. We managed to fumble our way out of the death room and head outside, where another bullet sponge enemy spawns. Amusingly, this probably helped us more than anything, as his attacks were hitting the horde of Spanish villagers instead of our mushy head. We kill him first, then riddle the remaining chainsaw enemies.
Really is a psychopath trying to do this all on the hardest difficulty
all
possible.
perfectly calculated, of course. We plunder a key off one of the chainsaw women, which opens this drawer here. And what is our reward for that onslaught? A valuable that I cannot sell until I get more gemstones. I'm having fun. Heading into this next area, I make the realization that I could have just bypassed that entire fight by going this way. Oh well, at least I have this spacious case to hold the ammo I don't have now. We grapple up and are treated to the cutscene we were supposed to see at the beginning of this stage. After cinematically murdering this man while B-roll of rocks is played, we get a call once again on our phone.
Has there been any progress?
I've walked 300 steps.
It's been 3 hours. What the hell have you been doing?
大きなお世話.
Who the hell hired this bitch?
We begin making our way through the vanilla starting area, and once at the bottom, we're given a
Who the hell? You probably did, you
We
dumbass.
killed the milkman and his entourage, definitely without being damaged 4 times during the fight. Moving through the doors he kicked down, we're treated to another bullet sponge who clocks our shit with his kick. We use our remaining ammo to kill him as well as the enemies escorting him. Also, I don't know how long these barrels have been gurified, but every time I see this character anywhere, I'm reminded that this was an actual thing that happened in an actual Dodgers game. Grappling into the next area, we get an incoming call.
But just wrong, Matthew. Senran Kagura is an objectively worse show.
My anime list ratings say otherwise, dude.
My god, I'm surrounded by chaff. Janelle, where are my fucking chicken fingers?
Sir, you're on call.
What? Oh, shit.
Following the call, we walk towards the next area, scavenging.
That's probably the
this
most
house for
awkward way to pretty much have a call.
All right, let's try again.
Stop it.
Oh no.
You know what that means.
Yep.
Forgot
Kill
to
the
save.
chainsaw. Die. Kill the Kill the chainsaw sisters. Again. Kill the milkman.
Yep.
Spawn die,
Again.
spawn die,
Question the
spawn die!
dodgers. Again. Just to
Yep.
return to this goddamn area. Again. We avoid the fucking bullshit cancer pots this time around and head outside to kill the enemies still laughing at our prior death.
He
A
is
wave of angry
tilted.
Spanish villagers push the doors open, and we begin culling the horde at the doorway. Our hearts immediately sink, however, upon witnessing 2 more Wumbo enemies enter the fray. So we retreat back to the house. At the top of the stairs, we turn around to greet whatever is following us.
Oh,
We kill the remaining villagers
Oh, God.
and begin training
Yep,
Freddy
it's
Fazbear
right
around
there.
the house like we're playing Transit in 2012. Eventually, after 10 laps in and out of the building, we kill him and begin heading in the direction he came from, getting unreasonably angry at this crossbow woman in the process. We cross the bridge, grapple up to the roof of
Yeah,
this
he's
windmill, and scope
tilted.
out the village.
and yep,
Hello.
Femboy.
flashback.
After spotting our new main objective, we grapple away to find a way to assist Leon. I don't think I have ever been happier to see a small anime nun in my life. Triple checking our
Body
saves
seal.
to make sure it worked, we begin heading across this cliffside. Killing the few enemies in the area, we complete the medallion side quest because God knows we're gonna need every crumb of currency we can get. After opening this door, the man who would have undoubtedly jump scared us gave himself away by grunting loudly before we made entry. Disarming this trap, we grapple into the church's graveyard and greet the locals warmly the English way, and are once again reminded that any fun had in this mod will be quickly cut short by a bullet sponge enemy. Luckily, this one seems to have lost its occipital lobe, so we go ahead and remove it from the gene pool. We open the gate and grapple to the top of the church, then ring the bingo bell to assist our femboy love interest.
Yep, that pretty much ties into the first part.
Oh God. Hang on.
Bingo everyone wears. Going. Afterwards, we get a call from our employer, which we decline, having found an objective that takes precedent
up?
over our career. We grab this health boost before slaughtering the villagers who dared lay a finger on our man. Yoinking the ruby from this bird nest, we notice a new area to grapple to, which we jankily swing into, unknowing of the horrors that lie ahead. We clear the area of the initial enemies, and after stepping one step too far, God spawns Freddy Fazbear, his wife, as well as their dozen children as a funny prank. In what has now become the usual for this playthrough, we use every single round of ammunition to our name to win this fight, and are left to scavenge the corpses like a rat to regain what we just splurged. Inside this cave, we're once again reminded of the mod author's fetishization of funny haha explosives. We grab the crumbs of ammo inside and repel the half-hearted spider ambush that followed. Returning to the church, we unlock the door inside and find a rare cornucopia of loot, without any bullshit traps sprinkled in, including but not limited to Heavy Among Us Imposter, Can of Coke, Invisible MP7 stock, UATF, and a copious amount of ammo which will be put to use very shortly. We start heading towards the village to see if Leon's still there. However, he is nowhere to be found.
Oh, how sad. Little anime fed got stood up. Maybe he'd actually talk to you if you didn't wear that stupid maid outfit everywhere. You may have defeated me once, but with my newfound... are you skipping the...
We begin our second fight with the Drip God, having garbage thrown at us as
Yeah,
soon
I'm
as
not
the
gonna
fight
sit through this
starts.
shit.
After taking care of the spectators, we thoroughly shoot our attacker until he starts spawning clones. Which, by the way, these guys can deal damage, but cannot take any damage. Pretty fun game mechanic there. On the third phase of the fight, everything goes to shit when a cow enemy spawns and combos our ass with the help of the Drip God's attacks. On the next attempt, the exact same string of events happens, and we're once again sent back to our checkpoint. It was at this point where I was considering taking a break, as it was 3:45 a.m. and my quality of life had been steadily decreasing upon booting up this game. I was super glad I didn't though, because in the next attempt I was killed on the third phase again. Fun. On the fourth attempt, I'd had enough. I assumed the gamer posture and locked in. We masterfully parried the Drip God's attacks. There's like zero room for error on parries, by the way. I was full chub after parrying 3 of the head swings. After several minutes of running around and bag dumping this dude, our boss fight comes to an end. Fittingly not due to us doing damage, but the milkman clocking this dude in the jaw.
You better stop that right now.
Or what?
I'll unleash my strongest spell. I'll do it. Oh, God. Alright, I'm gonna miss the 11 a.m. drop later, twerp.
With some peace and quiet, we get to looting the village, then make another save because I would sooner f a cactus than do that fight again. We leave the Ocarina of Time chickens to roam the empty streets and begin our walk to the next area. Stopped in our tracks by a set of locked doors, we grapple up to find a femboy, our femboy, being harassed by the big cheese.
Cheese.
Fine, Groundhog Day? This all feels too familiar. With the Chief of Cheddar gone, we're dumped to the chapter end screen. Let's take a look at our standings, shall we?
Okay.
Here's an updated death count for those curious. I think this playthrough is actually making me an angrier person. I've been swearing at inanimate objects much more frequently since I started recording this. The next chapter begins as we longingly watch Catboy Leon open the gates of the village, then make entry to the room he was assaulted in. Inside, we find a locked drawer and begin our search for a key that would fit it. After pocketing this extravagant clock, we find the key we're looking for behind this painting and head back upstairs. Before opening the drawer, we stock up on heals and reorganize our inventory. God, this case is atrocious to look at. We find some good literature in the drawer and get an updated objective on our map. So we head back out to...
Fuera de la casa.
We begin fleeing from Cheeseman down the stairs and approach the door. However, we take pause upon hearing the all too familiar sound of a cow freak behind it. After training him and Feta Chief behind the table, we head outside where the... Fortunately, we shake off Handsy Boy just barely in time to get our iframes. Grappling away, we bypass these enemies as well and head down these stairs. Oh, it's so fucking funny, dude. I don't know how we survived this, but we heal up and run down the stairs only to be one-shot by the cow freak who caught up to us rather quickly in our 4-second break on the ground. Alright, new plan. That doesn't count. On our real attempt, we stun Grabby McSnatch Hands,
but I bet it does.
This dude lacking, and have a bit of an awkward moment with Freddy Fazbear on the stairs.
Again.
This is a problem. We slip past him and stagger the few enemies ahead before grappling over this wall. We make a save before heading into... Oh, right, yeah. I forgot that God has deemed any significant door unworthy of simple progression, so we now have to find a key for this door. Coolio. We take the path to the left to search for the key, and after greeting this armored shield man, we decide to scope out the area with our ACOG that has been collecting dust in our case for 4 hours now.
Supposed to be the psychopath, the player or the game?
Well, that's one less thing to carry. Instead of the scope, we utilize the gamer zoom method, comboed with our pea shooter Glock to pick off targets before going down. Not that killing those 3 enemies mattered at all, seeing as how we're swarmed by 25 Spaniards as soon as our feet touch the ground here. I don't think there's a way for me to explain how stressful every fight is in this, other than to show you what God throws at you regularly. Just watch.
Watching.
Bastard.
What?
What?
Yep.
Here we go again.
Okay.
After that absolute ordeal, we checked the buildings for anything to make up the colossal amount of ammo and grenades we just spent on one non-boss fight. Inside this locker, we find a Shytac intervention just sitting around in its unscoped glory. Oh no, using iron sights on this gun feels like I'm committing a felony. While inspecting our inventory, a thought occurred to me. I never equipped the stock. After realizing that Omega f***ed up on my end, we begin turning the wheel to open the door back.
He forgot to put the stock on one of his weapons.
God decides to dump a heaping load of bullshit into our lives again. Oh, do you hear that? That sure sounds like a heaping load of bullshit I'm not going to deal with. We return to save our game before using our newfound key to open the next area up. Entering the factory, we disarm a poorly hidden trap before beginning our stealth killing spree. Oh, just... Yeah. Killing the enemies now alerted to our misstep. We notice one of them wearing a particularly familiar jacket and take it for ourselves. Oh yes, the rats are all still anime girls, I'm glad you asked. We then come across a crossbow. However, a conundrum presents itself when we cannot fit it into our inventory. A bold choice is then made to sell our shotgun in favor of this new weapon. This thing has no right taking up this much space while carrying 3 limp dick shotgun rounds anyhow. We return and claim our new crossbow, which from here on out will be referred to as the Crussy for this extensive list of
Okay.
reasons. We load our Krusty with a
Why?
Half-Life 2 bolt and head downstairs, bypassing another epic troll attempt by God. I'm starting to think that this guy's running out of ways to mess with me. Huh. Yeah, alright, forget I said anything actually. We follow these Scooby-Doo footsteps downstairs and find a pack of cigarettes. A reminder to check in with our smoker robot and his side quest.
Report.
Current status, fulfilling tertiary objective.
Tertiary?
Tertiary objective. Troll Catboy.
Where are you?
I ain't no snitch.
On our way back upstairs, we're gifted the treat of more
God damn
combat.
it.
Oh boy,
Yes.
I'm so excited. We begin clearing the area of enemies, killing the entire ambush
Yep,
before
you
heading back
clearly
outside
can't
to
hide
sell our
it.
spoils. However, before we can, we're suddenly hit with a killer migraine, and we collapse out in the open.
Welcome to the cum zone. Only come inside.
Our perspective shifts to Weebsker to fight off the incoming enemies. This section is actually one of the very few things this mod adds that are actually kind of cool. Our only items for this fight are various brain rot throwables, as well as these hands, which this horde of enemies will be catching. However, we can only do damage through our counter moves when we successfully block an attack, an easy feat for a seasoned veteran of my stature. We smack the hell out of the many Spaniards and gross mouth spiders swarming us, and move our employee to a safer area. How disappointing.
That suit is a disappointment.
You're just jealous. The suit is sick as hell and you f***ing know it. You're lucky you're a DEI hire, otherwise you would be so fired by now.
You're just a puppy.
I don't have time to quarrel with you. I'm 7 minutes behind schedule thanks to your f***up. Now stop chasing that furry boy around and do your job. It's not like he wants you anyway.
Yep.
Mission update. I have found the government property.
Where is it?
Current location, Disney World.
Back in the saddle with Rem, we head out from
Yeah.
Cheeseman's house to
World?
reconvene with our servant at Disney
Don't know
World.
how I
In
got
this
that
tunnel,
far.
several tentacle enemies stand in our way, and also learn that
Damn.
the enemy's crossbow bolts can, in fact, travel through solid rocks. We have a therapy session with Wesker's section and eliminate the cheaters residing in this tunnel. After saving at the next typewriter, we begin killing the tentacle villagers. However, we're pushed back to what I foolishly thought was the safe zone, and are killed in front of the merchant by our pursuers.
Wow,
In the next life,
really?
we bring the enemies back through these doors, making the fight much easier. In the next area, we snipe the 6 dynamite rooftop villagers and loot the surrounding area for the upcoming challenges. The God of Cow, huh? Wait a minute.
God.
We kill the supposed cow god of the village and return to unlock the door. However, we're instead greeted by the true cow god. Now, I know you're probably a bit confused why Freddy Fazbear suddenly has a cow head Frankenstein on top of his shoulders, and I find myself asking the exact same question when I see this monster every time I close my eyes. After our great battle with the cow god and his minions, we finally unlock this door and gain access.
God damn it.
We grab the valuables from this room, then scurry back to the village to save, because I know for a fact there will be some Mickey Mouse Clubhouse bullshit pulled on this next fight. We return to the bridge and... oh. Well, that was a wasted 2 minutes of my life. As we cross the bridge in an attempt to join the brawl on the other side, the ground begins to shake violently. As we grapple up to a nearby rooftop, some villagers call out our location to their boss. We're greeted... oh my god.
No.
We're greeted by the president of the Literature Club, featuring
told you.
amazing mobility and flexibility. Oh, there's 2, by the way. There's 2 giant levitating Monicas. Thanks God. Yeah, so
Just
this was
stuck in a standing pose.
unfortunately my
Yep, that's
idea.
what I was
thought
looking
it was
waiting
about
for
how
you to
it'd be
witness,
funny if a
Gonzo.
giant levitating Doki Doki Literature Club character would attempt to crush you with its invisible limbs, without considering the fact that not being able to see this creature's arm and leg hitboxes may pose an issue during the fight. Also, we're treated to intermittent head-splitting migraines throughout this battle from a mysterious force on the field. I have found the mysterious force on the field. We dispose of the migraine Kamek and get to work killing the 2 beings of chaos floating around the area. We use all of our regular ammo taking down the first Monica, and are left with our Iron Sights intervention to take down the remaining foe. Now this sounds like a simple task, however, aiming this 31-pound sniper rifle proved to be more of a challenge than expected. It honestly feels like you're trying to aim a boat when ADS with this thing. We miraculously overcome this hurdle, then finish it off with a stomp and 3 stock gun sound effects. With every single townsman, woman, and child killed in the village, we finally find our robot henchman on a stroll.
You said you were at Disney World.
I lied.
And the Amber?
A second lie, however. I super know where it is now. Please help my thingies hurty.
You're going to take me there.
Not fair. So I has a team C request. I have a couple customers to extort to treat. Could we maybe potentially
Extort.
by chance possibly go downstairs
Extort.
and grab some insulin?
You're a healthcare worker?
Whoa, please hold. I'm bound by my secondary directive. I must retrieve it.
And that is?
Secondary directive. Assist Catboy.
Fine then.
We begin chapter 4 channeling our
Soon
inner
as
brass
soon as it
goblin
ends,
by
you can
grabbing
get to live
scraps
for
of ammo
now.
off the ground on our hands and knees, then drop down this hole. Alright, this is a great start here. Pulling the lever
Yep.
to the door out, the armor sets come to life, and we're forced into combat in this very
Wow.
spacious fighting space. I'm sure it'd be no surprise to anyone that a master Resident Eviler such as myself was decapitated on the first attempt in this room. We managed to kill the Golden Knight, who unceremoniously
Jesus.
disappears
Yep,
after being
that's probably the
slain
worst
without
fate
dropping
they
anything,
did.
simply
Ram
opening
did in
the door
Extra
ahead,
Zero.
implying that progression in this dreadful mod is a reward in itself. We pull the next lever and exterminate the spiders that spawn below us using our advanced decision-making skills. Further down, we begin another fight and are enlightened to a fun fact that I was not privy to prior to today. Luis can die. I've never once seen this in this game. I thought his luscious locks and messy stubble just made him immortal or something, but I guess I was wrong. With this information in mind, we
So
babysit
now
him in
he-
the fight and head down further to the
Oh,
bottom
that's
of the
bad.
tower.
Oh, no. No. My insulin. How could this happen?
What are you doing?
I must retrieve it so I can sell it at exorbitant prices.
We follow our AI pharmacist into the inferno, running through the nice try, you weasel. We find the coughing automaton at his insulin crafting table and throw him out of the burning room.
Are you done role-playing as a firefighter, dumbass?
Please hold. I must weep.
Why do you need to sell insulin at such a high price anyways?
To purchase insulin, of course.
Just make more then.
Damn, you right.
With our healthcare worker
Wow.
and higher spirits,
To
we start
go at.
ascending this tower.
Yeah.
Oh, no, yeah, it's really funny, dude. It's really funny raking me over the coals for ammo, and then giving me a glimpse of hope in the form of a resource pod, and then just throwing tannerite in there instead. Wait. Alright, noted. Every breakable object that
Shot
does
it.
not have Gargura smothered all over it will be shot instead of knifed. We grab the
Yep.
gold bar from this chest and then return to the starting room
Let's
of the
learn.
castle. We're given this list of random bullshit and begin the fetch quest of a lifetime across this bridge. Not a particularly huge fan of the chains swinging violently in the room that I'm about to grapple into, but there's really not any other options here. Grappling in, we're greeted by a cow freak and his buds. Thankfully, he turns into this much less tanky enemy, so we clock his ass and chuck a frag in the room to take care of him. We then push this cabinet out of the way with our independent woman strength, grab this neat tablet of Akhman Ra, and make another save. We stealth kill these two enemies before inserting our stone tablets into this door and mashing buttons until it opens. In the next room, an armoretta comes to life, and a squad of enemies rolls up behind us with some freaky mouth spiders to spice things up. Miraculously, we manage to avoid being hit in this entire section. Wow, it's almost like I've spent 6 hours fighting these enemies already or something.
6
We grab
hours?
the first
Oh my
of the
goodness.
objects on our grocery
Oh,
list and are caught off guard
God.
when we hear footsteps approaching the doorway.
Here we go.
手をあげて、フェムボーイ。
No, don't do this to me.
Empty your pockets, femboy.
I already have one obnoxious blue-haired girl to deal with. I don't need another one of you.
Another one?
Hear that?
After slaughtering some
Yeah.
innocent bystanders,
Yep,
we grapple to
that's
the next
what
area of the
was happening
castle,
with
solving a
Miku.
simple puzzle to grab a key lantern to open the next door. Of course, the room is trapped, so we turn back. I think I'll pass, actually. We slot our new lantern into this stone carving, do some EOD, and investigate the next area. Oh, so now the pots don't explode? Yeah, alright, dude. I'm still shooting every single one of these. We grab a valuable item and, shocker, more armor sets come to life, which we promptly put down. An open slot and a locked door stand between us and the next room, so we grab the silver bottle to open it. After the lights cut out, we crouch to avoid these lasers. No, that's not cool. You don't get to hide wires underneath carpets. That's cheating. More armor sets come to life around the corner, so we lead them into the lasers to have them chopped up into pieces. Unlocking the door with this bottle, we spot another funny haha explosive just before we clothesline ourselves on it. Opening up the next door. I'm saving before this dumpster fire. Call me a pussy all you want. I'm finishing this video before the end. Oh, fuck.
You forgot
Once we
about
return
it,
to this
didn't you?
room where
You
God's
forgot
light
about it.
cannot touch. We grab this gold bottle and you're never gonna believe this. The armor comes to life. We destroy the first few enemies to attack us with some badass parries to boot. Mid-fight, a couple spectators come to throw rotten fruit at us during our battle. They're quickly dealt with by a short burst from our Uwu blaster. Lord, please forgive what I've done to this HK MP7. Things are going pretty well in this fight. Too well. God. Must have heard our cocky thoughts, as after we kill another golden knight, two more knights, as well as a couple untextured insta-kill chainsaw enemies are thrown into the arena.
Of course.
We die. We die. We die. Hey, Rabbit, I think we're on a first-name basis at this point. I know you're in China, and you may well not understand a single word I'm saying right now, but f*** you. We continue bashing our head at this section. At some point, the game stops spawning the crossbow spectators and on one fateful attempt, the untextured gang busts through the doors, and we greet one with a face full of 5.56. We managed to take down the other no-textured chainsaw freak with our iron sight intervention.
Yeah,
with
you
just
did
the
a 5.56,
knights
that's
remaining, we
kind
train
of
them
cringe.
around the area and slowly deplete their numbers, as well as our ammo stockpiled in the process. Also, check out this sick parry. After crafting our final batch of ammo, we finish off these knights and open the gates back up to freedom.
There it is,
Checking
you
inside
filthy
this locked
casual.
room, we find spoils befitting of a king, one green herb, and a case upgrade to house the abundance of ammo we have. This is the equivalent of giving a starving refugee a f***ing lunchbox with a singular stale Cheeto in it. Yeah, you should be grateful. Yeah, and you should suck. We find out the fate of our spectators on our way back to use our new bottle. Oh, come on. And pillage the 16 rounds of handgun ammo from their corpses. Afterwards, we climb up this ladder and make a save. I'm not even relieved anymore. I just want to go home. We gorge on an entire rainbow-colored fish and grapple into the next area. We discover a dark ritual being held, where the heads of Nintendo sacrifice a child who committed the grave sin of emulating one of their games. We stealth kill our way to the top of the room and give the Kamek holding our key item the JFK experience. We then mop up the remaining enemies in a fight that went remarkably well for this mod's standards. The only cause for concern being the occasional screen shake. As we return to place our key lantern, we discover the source of our screen shaking issue. We give him a couple rounds to tie him over, then loop around to finish him off. Alright, what's your next challenge, game? Oh, a one-on-one duel with Roxy from Security Breach in this 10 square foot room? I love it, let's do it. Disposing of our new roommate, we flick this lever and grapple back over to make a save and hug our mother. As we progress further into the next area, a chill runs down our spine. A great evil and or an absurd amount of unfair garbage resides in this courtyard. We witness the usual Kamek cutscene and begin traversing over to him to end this fight early. Fucking Krauser, dude? That's the second to last boss in the game, by the way. We die. Several times. Between getting brain by these 4 psychological warfare Kameks every other second and being constantly chased by this sexy hunk of man, I was this close to turning on my game sense and beating this section. Fortunately, I noticed a convenient weakness in these guys' AI. They seem to like congregating in one place and doing a glorious plagas circle jerk to charge their crystals. So when we're not pulling our hair out to the aforementioned problems, or being shot at by the stupid bug thing as these guys spawn, we had a golden opportunity to mag dump these cretin in the middle of their animations. Of course, the issue being they run away twice as fast as you can run, so you better make those shots count while they're charging their crystals. Eventually, on the 4th attempt after I stopped counting the deaths, we managed to eliminate all the Kameks and pacify Krauser for now, leaving the area free for us to plunder. Inside this loot room, we grab an M110 chilling under this table, as well as a butterfly lamp. Wonder if this thing's got a magic wish genie in it. You know what I wish? That my life ends shortly. We begin walking through these halls, getting a lag spike in this corridor. That's surely a good sign. Outside, we yoink this health boost, then grapple up to the top of this tower.
Hey, how's your day going?
なんでしょう?
So I seem to have misplaced something. Have you seen any, I don't know, abducted anime girls floating around? Hello?
Descending the tower, we have a bit of a why won't this game let me knife this woman moment, but we managed to take her and her associates down before moving on. Dropping down this next tower, we're greeted warmly with a quick time event. Oh, I love having to dump 75% of my ammo into a single enemy just for him to call me sloppy and abracadabra into oblivion without dropping anything. Despite the setback, we open this next door, spot a funny haha explosive with our godlike mantis shrimp level vision, and open the lock with our prior knowledge. I am not humoring this puzzle by checking the code. I just want this to be over. With the final grocery item obtained, we head topside to meet up with our pharmacist.
I finished your stupid errands.
And I have your thingy. Please hold. Commencing preparation of 1 insulin dosage. Just a little pinch here. All done. Insulin administered.
Gee, thanks.
Something's stinking around here.
Wrong-o.
Oh,
This
he's
way,
sick.
my lady.
Don't touch me. Go and help Leon, Bender. But just please don't extort him for me.
Understood.
You think you can run from me, Fed? Where are you gonna hide? You
Mhm.
glow in the dark. I bet you're the kind of narc to hide behind this wall. Oh, alright, whatever. I'm fiending for some Chick-fil-A anyways.
At the start of Chapter 5, we head
Chick-fil-A.
down to flick the lever that opens the door forwards. Guess what happens? Take a guess what stops us in our tracks. A locked door. It's a locked door that
Yep.
needs a key. We ascend the stairs
Yep.
once again and
I
grapple
was
up to
waiting
this
for it
tower.
too.
Oh, that was so cool.
Oh,
That
God.
was so not cool. On our next attempt, we start our fight by killing the untextured migraine Koopa, then the remaining non-threats before dealing with Krauser. Did you know that Krauser can't be flashed in this form? I didn't. There goes 2 flashbangs I could have used literally anywhere else. I don't know how much health Phase 2 Krauser usually has, but it was enough to tank all of our ammunition.
We're
all of
dealing
it.
with the
And so, at the end
Sands
of the fight, with
boss
a
fight
wink of
music.
health remaining
It's
and
literally
nothing but our
Sands.
knife, I was preparing for another attempt.
What?
I'd honestly rather you just killed me, dude. We continue forward with our crippling health
I don't
condition
even
and
know
lack of
how.
ammo. Amusingly, in the next fight, we're given the gift of a bullet sponge scythe enemy. Cool. There goes all my ammo I just scavenged. We make a noble last stand before being munched by the bullet sponge, who not only has like 5,000 health to begin with, but also transforms into a Plaga enemy after you kill him. Yup. Time to fight Krauser. Die. Fight Krauser again. On our next attempt, we play 10 IQ smarter and kill the smaller enemies before the Kamek. After grabbing this elegant crown, we flick this lever. Yeah, saw that one coming. We bestow mercy upon these knights and permit them to live, not because we're out of ammo, but because we choose to show empathy. Grappling down this sudden
Those are
drop,
out of
we make
ammo.
a save, then sell our elegant crown for 100,000 shekels. We fully deck out our handgun, then proceed onwards to give it a whirl. I don't know why, but I ended up dying like 3 times to this next set of enemies. After bashing our head against this section for 15 minutes, we expertly and very fairly get rid of these guys, performing a
Not shooting
sick-ass
from
kick on the
safe zone.
final enemy to assert dominance. Moving into the
Yeah.
next area... No.
Yep.
No,
They're
this
back.
isn't real.
Not this
only
one
are
again.
they here too, but
The
their
bugs.
hitboxes are even bigger. A note next to the
cow
merchant
bugs.
door speaks of a padlock on the other side. However, we're unable to get an angle on it yet, so we continue forwards. You know what really chaps my ass? Arriving at a wheel to open the path ahead, only to be ambushed on all sides by insta-kill chainsaw enemies. We return once again and exact justice against these dickheads, then drain the water below. After killing this aquatic Thomas the Tank Engine, we then shut the
Splash.
frag up to
Yep.
get rid of the padlock and enter this loot room, grabbing the ammo and sending the riot gun to storage. Returning to the anime nun to reassess our loadout, we sell the insane fire rate M4 and replace it with our brand new Spaz 12. Here's a hot take. The street sweeper in this game is for dorks who can't aim. Riot gun is just better at killing things, period. To replace our rifle slot, we spec into our new M110. But before we use the M110, there's a couple ground rules that need to be established.
way!
There will be no strafing left, right, or walking forward while ADS. Alright, that's not advised. Got it? Good. Now watch this drive. We head
Yeah.
down into the waters, killing the cows lurking in the depths. These enemies usually have green eyes glowing underwater, but now it's just ripples in the general area where they're swimming. Pretty cool stuff. Nabbing the very colorful
These
lord of the
cowboys.
waterway, we continue through the tunnels. Now, the wires have stopped beeping. Luckily, we still have our mantis shrimp vision, otherwise we'd be in a pickle. Climbing out of the waters, we're gifted another save, and hear some
Good.
familiar screams. in the
Almost
room ahead.
there!
Inside, we find 3 Roxys chained up against this wall, and begin shooting them. Then, what can only be described as an infinitely spawning cornucopia of bullshit descends
Yep.
upon this room. Untextured chainsaw dry bones, the stupid transforming migraine Kamek
Cornucopia
dudes,
stuff
and
full
an
of
absurd amount
crazy
of chaff. We die many times.
Yep.
Finally, on one attempt, we kill the 3 Roxys off the bat and open the next door. Unfortunately, God thought we needed to spend
Yep.
a little bit more time in this room, and were swarmed by every single enemy type in the game, like a wasp in a honeybee nest.
Wow.
We die several more times. On a few lives, we're given a neat little bug where our M110 can't reload for whatever reason. That's kind of awesome. And then, on one fateful attempt, we somehow managed to kill every foul
Here's what happens.
hellspawn enemy that enters the arena, leaving only 1 Roxy left to kill. And then do you know what happens? Do you know what happens? A spider strolls in and insta-kills our ass.
Yep.
We die an innumerable amount of times. On our 28th trip to Purgatory, we finally killed the 3 Roxys, then make the critical mistake of walking down the corridor
That's
we came
like
from.
was my
What
level
followed was
of luck
the most
playing games,
stressful
man. I
fight
tell
I've
you.
ever experienced
Yikes.
in any game. We're cornered by 10 armor sets and insta-kill worm enemies, and are forced into this fist of garbage. A combination of talent and sheer luck allowed us to slip away from this, and then finish off the remaining enemies. With shaking hands, we save our game once more, and continue through the next doors and up the elevator. After upgrading our M110's damage once again, we walk towards the next fight. However, our game crashes as we grapple over. Once we finish painstakingly checking each individual mod to find what's causing the crashes, it was unfortunately not the Valkyrie mod. We grapple across successfully and start the next cutscene.
I knew I'd find you among the cows down here. On my Jordans. You're not winning for a 3rd time.
On your fake Jordans?
What did you just say?
Ooh, those fighting words.
Ooh. Just because you're jealous I got my Jordans for $20 doesn't mean you have to call them.
Kinda are.
Look what you did. My limited run 350 gold embroidered monochrome robe is ruined. Thanks to you.
We begin fighting an enraged Drip God, killing his floating cow summons and pumping him full of 9mm. Oh, wow, that was extremely easy. We loot the surrounding area for ammo, then pick up the boss drop. Of course, it wouldn't be that easy. Our foe suddenly grabs us with this gross bug tail thing, and throws us to the next area, where the next phase of the fight starts. We begin by clearing the floating cows from the arena, then dumping our handgun's 20-round mag into this thing's weak point. After enough damage is done, the next phase of the fight starts, and Freddy Fazbear himself pays a visit to the arena. However, we were not putting up with his shit. Isolated from his summons, we perform some Cirque du Soleil moves on the boss, and finally defeat what remains of the Drip God. After the boss draws his last breath, we begin convulsing on the ground, spitting up an icky-ass parasite thing. With the parasite stomped out, we once more loot the surrounding area before moving on, then get a call from our pharmacist.
What is it?
I have lost possession of the Fiendy.
What?
Catboy is currently fighting them.
Who's he fighting?
An ex-lover, most likely.
We double time it to the top of the tunnel, and grapple to witness a heart-wrenching scene.
Oh god.
You okay, pal? Negative. Request lights beyond pony.
You didn't get a buzz, dude. We follow our competition up to the surface, probably too quickly for our own good. Slaughtering those who stand in our way, we grapple up past this rocket Kamek and witness another certified Leon Kennedy moment. We continue our chase and head down this elevator. We enter the next room a hair too late and witness Krauser cruise away on his boat. We then grab a key to give chase with, but hide after hearing some familiar footsteps approaching the room.
Alright, where's...
Great.
Yep.
So who's that girl?
The absolute worst. It's like looking after a child that walks into a stranger's unmarked van every 10 seconds.
あなたのタイプのようです。
For the 9th time, I cannot understand what you're saying.
Well, see you soon, femboy.
Such a stupid nickname. We begin our trip to the island by checking out this tower, finding a Schofield revolver at the bottom that does more damage than our intervention. Yeah, that makes sense. Dropping into the next area, we immediately start being lined up by 2 rocket launcher spectators. This would have been a sick-ass clear of these enemies if this kick didn't miss for no reason. After the initial fight, we head downstairs where we hear a familiar sound. Wow, it feels like it's been so long since God last dumped a cow freak on us. We easily dispatch him with our maxed out handgun and continue through this area, hearing some strange breathing behind this wall.
Yep.
Continuing through the underground section, we miss an easy parry for the 2nd time and grapple up. Also, just pointing out the obvious again, this is not where we're supposed to be. This section is never played in separate ways. After clearing this set of enemies, I should have known something was up when this grapple looked this jank going into this next area. For this next fight, well, let me check my notes here. We have 2 rocket launcher enemies, a hammer brute, and am I forgetting something? Oh yeah, Krauser's in there too. We die. On the next run, we get a glimpse into Krauser's raw power.
And then this one of the shields is Home Depot.
What's his weakness, you ask? Schofield. With the big boys down, we mop up the rest of the chaff and traverse forward to this save point. Alright, that's just mean. Following this bright red blood
there's a
trail
mine
into
right
this
next to the
tent,
save
we're pulled
point.
into a cutscene.
Do you have my thingy?
I have your thingy, sir.
Oh, good. I was wondering where this went.
Slacking off again, I see.
You're invisible.
Oh, 1 second. You're clearly incapable of doing this job, so just take this briefcase and put it where I tell you to. Or will I have to let you go?
Fine.
Oh boy, what the hell?
You'll do just fine. Following the cutscene, we head up to the next area, where upon opening these doors, we're attacked by turrets on the ceiling. I only realized this after doing a triple take on the room, however. After disposing of the turrets, Freddy Fazcow makes another appearance, but our max damage M110 puts him down with 0 effort. Heading down this lift, we say hello to our merchant friend once more, and take a look at a request he's posted up. There was a time where my answer to such a request would be a firm and impolite no, but I am 150% sure we could fold these dudes now. We kill the first of, I'm sure, many Demon Slayer cosplayers, and grapple into the garbage dump. Walking through the halls, it's eerily dark and quiet, with no resistance whatsoever. Oh, this looks like a great room to put an ambush in.
You just said it.
We begin running away from the chainsaws on our right and bump into Freddy in this hall. Training all 3 family members around, we use our decked out guns to clap these dudes for the torment we've gone through up until this point. Grappling out of the dump, we continue through these doors and witness an infuriating scene. Starting to regret using that medicine now. Alright, let's go. I'm not paid for overtime. After being MTR'd by a blue-haired Vocaloid, we dump all of our money into charms and MP7 upgrades to fill the void in our heart. Dropping down this hatch, salt is poured in the wound when we vault over this window, explode, and are ambushed by 2 brutes and a pew-pew demon slayer, forcing us to use all of our ammo and heals. Thrilling. You know what? I'm loading the save, because I'm feeling petty. We slither our way through all of these enemies and find ourselves in these dark corridors, where Leon has selfishly left several enemies for us to kill. Clearing our way to the freezer, we grab this power unit, which nicely fits into our power unit pocket in our dress. Backtracking to the plug for the power unit, we smush this extra large mouth spider and waste all of our ammo on these 2
It looks
Iron
even
Maidens.
more weirder with the
Why the hell
original
do these
801
guys
model.
have 10 parasites in them? Regardless, we plug our battery into the next door and continue on. The carnival ride sequence remains relatively unchanged. I'm not sure if it's unchanged as an intended break from God, or if he just couldn't mod this part because it's coded weird. Leaning on the ladder. Dropping into the next area, we begin clearing the pillboxes out. This section has been given some super nice padding treatment, as you're forced to walk all the way around the place because someone has adjusted how these sentries are angled. At this point, I was really starting to feel fatigued from playing this, and when I died to a horde of enemies I couldn't possibly hope to kill with my ammo supply, I whipped out the cheese. We train the entire horde down into the MG area, then grapple back up and leave them to stand around this D-Day beach reenactment until they starve to death. Then make the final sprint across the bridge and murder the last pillbox. Entering this facility, we bypass the many corpses inside and drop down into this corridor, where we're met with one of the lucky few enemies to not be touched by the anime mod virus. We perform a crisp about face and flee from this bridge. Yep, not even surprised anymore. Slipping through this opening, we then drop down into this dark drainage system. Fortunately, our body glows in the dark, so we're able to see remarkably well despite the darkness. We resume our chase in this hall, inputting this code at a leisurely pace. Once the doors open, we head through it and grapple away, leaving our pursuer to angrily stomp away while we continue our journey. Grabbing our final case upgrade from this very well defended room, we find a really cool hallway. Correction. We found the coolest hallway. After weaving our way through the coolest hallway, we find the room that we've been assigned to bring the briefcase to and get to work.
I did what you asked.
How surprising. Here I was, thinking you had a disability.
Are you trying to blow up this island?
Yes, just think. An entire island exploded. They'll make Sigma edits of me on YouTube Shorts, Rep. I'm done being a slave to corporate. If you want your paycheck, bring me that amber.
After a call with our boss, we start heading out from the facility. However, our persistent buddy makes another appearance. And more importantly, the coolest hallway makes another appearance. Dodging the lasers once more, we absolutely singe our dress, but narrowly escape from the hallway, leaving Rebar Boy to be ran through by the high-tech egg slicer. Once out of the room, we ride away on our Lapras jet ski to the next area. We begin the final chapter of our journey by calling all the enemies residing in this tunnel, until an elevator arrives, dropping off a Freddy Fazbear, now featuring bulletproof helmet. We make quick work of him by leading him through these laser mines and dumping half a mag into his rotund body. At the top of the elevator, we dispose of this guy, who clearly has no idea who he wanted to cosplay as. We send another elevator up and say hello to the merchant for the final time. By the way, I've been fully committed to this jacket bit the entire game. I never sold this thing for the quest that would have undoubtedly made this run easier. We make our final preparations for the fight ahead and march forward.
From the south to the north. What are you, my child, for me?
This guy again.
No.
That was so not cool. No words can accurately describe how not cool that was, dude. For that, I'm giving you the odd report.
We begin our final battle with William Afton, who is suddenly looking very not Afton. Regardless, we take care of the additional enemies before diverting our attention to him. We then pull out our foe's greatest weakness. It's the Schofield. It's always the Schofield. The Schofield is so effective, in fact, that Afton has to resort to crashing our game in order to stall his untimely demise at our hands. Afton also does this really cool thing where he staggers you and then proceeds to combo your ass while you're on the ground and cannot do so much as open your inventory. Pretty cool stuff. Despite this, we power through and obliterate his balls with our Uwu
Guess you
blaster
can't
and do
miss.
some pumpkin carving to finish him off.
No, you can't have my thing. It's mine.
Yes.
I've got
Guys,
the thingy, sir.
About
fuck?
goddamn time. Now bring it over.
Can't have it.
Ooh, that's funny.
Huh. And that's an interesting Christmas ornament.
You really walked into that, huh? I'm getting really tired of it. Why can't you just mind your own?
We join Leon side by side and mag dumping Afton until he begins mutating into a freaky limb eye monster. Leon wouldn't last long without our help, so we go to fetch a weapon to put an end to Afton. Across the way we spot a red-tipped RPG and begin our glorious final sprint over this last hurdle in the way of us and Leon.
Look at montage.
Oh boy. Here you go!
One dead.
What is it with you and vials?
So where's the girl?
Pretty sure she's still around here, somewhere.
I missed?
What?
I don't know who she killed then. If she
Patch me through,
missed.
Pilot.
Pilot has a name, but whatever.
Why do you want this dumb rock?
My plan demands it.
Nani?
Jack Doherty.
Johnny's Somali.
Oh no.
Nuisance influencers understand the potential of being a menace to the public for clout.
However, they limit
Specific.
themselves to harassing just one person or group. With this, I can harass entire countries.
So, you just want to annoy millions of people?
Billions.
なんて恥ずかな理由だろう。Turn around, bitch.
Oh, so I've been demoted from pilot to bitch.
Damn.
Demoted.
Sir?
That's a long exhale.
You're fired, Janelle.
Thank you, sir.
Jeremy, play my theme song.
Right away, sir.
That's the wrong, Jeremy, that's the wrong song.
Welcome to the cum zone.
Oh no.
Only come inside anime girls.
There.
Down
Yep.
Hilo, sir.
No, we have all we need. Soon, Ouroboros will make me a god.
Okay.
Alright, before I wrap this up, some thanks are in order to the people who made this possible. These two sexy specimen in front of you are the reason this video was released in the first place. Without them, there would be no Drip God, there would be no Uwu Wesker, and there would be no Monica Giant. So it'd mean a lot to me if you guys could go check out the links in the
Yeah.
description and show them some support. And a
Oh my
massive
goodness.
thank you to all my chads supporting the Patreon. All funds from over there go directly into making videos like this. These people are the reason there are no obnoxious sponsors in my videos. You guys are actually the best. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in another 3 months. Also, here's the final stat card for those wondering. Yeah, this was fun.
Jesus.
Yep. 112 deaths. My goodness, man. Like that. Damn, I just.
Poor bastard.
Man, after that video, dude, I think we're probably good. I was gonna do the And as our key skip, I'll probably will save for the next episode.
Yeah, if you want to, sure.
All right, guys, we're gonna call it here because my goodness, this was like so lengthy. This one. We start,
yeah.
We start off with freaking like worst anime
Bad
dads ever. They got us tilted. We were brought back by pretty much car crashes in a video game, and then we finish it off with anime Resident Evil.
An emotional roller coaster, huh?
Dude, I said that was very eventful, man. Like, goodness.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're gonna call it here. We'll see you next time. This is Gonzo and me, Dan, signing off, saying take care, stay hydrated, and we'll see you next video. See ya.
Bye-bye.